What's up, guys? It's Looney TNT here. We're going to talk about the Protection Warrior a little bit. The Protection Warrior feels really good to me. I really enjoy it. So let's go ahead and talk about the rotation starting off. So the spells that I really like to use are Devastate, Shield Slam, Revenge, Thunderclap in AoE situations, and Heroic Strike. Now, as you guys see, Execute just popped up. Make sure you guys hit your Execute when you guys need to. And those are kind of the rotations. We're not going to get into defensive stuff yet. We will in a second. So, whenever I start on a target, I always want to charge in. I Devastate. I Shield Slam. I Revenge. I'm going to Execute because it's up, and then I'll Heroic Strike after that. And right then, you're going to have a lot of rage to kind of play with. And then it's just pretty much maintaining. Shield Slam, Revenge, Execute. I'll throw in a Heroic Strike just because I'm above 50% rage. If I need to, if I have an incoming attack, there's things I can do. So let's go ahead and talk about those things. Also, I didn't mention Shockwave, but all you guys know Shockwave. You know, there's a cone effect. If you have multiple enemies in front of you and you need to stun them, go ahead and stun them. But let's talk about some defensive stuff that you guys have. We have Shield Block. Shield Block is a really good spell that you guys should be using. You have two, you guys can use it. It's cost 60 rage though, so it's a little rage heavy, but I think it's worth it. Shield Barrier. You know, whenever I'm taking, I love this ability because let's go ahead and spam that ability to get 0 rage. Watch my rage here. My rage builds up really quick, and I can almost keep that up most of the time because rage isn't a big deal. And Heroic Strike every time it procs, I get to use it for free, and it's just a really good way to do it in my opinion. So I love Shield Barrier. It absorbs a significant amount of damage for 6 seconds. So make sure that you guys are always just continuing to do it. And also, it so it consumes up to 40 additional rage to increase the amount of what it's absorbed. So amazing spell. I really like it. It's all situational. You know, if you're taking physical damage, Shield Block is kind of the way to go against melee attacks. If you're getting a lot of magic damage or something, you know, Shield Barrier. But they can be swapped, I guess. Another one, we have Last Stand. Last Stand is just one of those things that hasn't changed. You guys know exactly what that does. It increases your health by 30%. You pop it, and your health goes up by quite a bit. So, other than that, things have pretty much stayed the same. There are some little extra stuff, but you know we're not going to completely get into that. You know, my shield wall and things, basic stuff. So let's go ahead and talk about the talents. Now the talents, not the glyphs yet. That's at the end. Let's talk about the talents. The talents have pretty much stayed the same, except Second Wind. You know, you really don't want to be using Second Wind. The problem that I feel with Second Wind as a protection warrior is if I get below 35% health, I have a healer. I understand that. But let's say I needed some crucial heals real quick. Well, you gain 10% leech healing yourself for a percentage of damage you deal. I don't know if I like that very much because the healing that's going to happen to me isn't as significant as it was. You know what I mean? So, I don't know if I like that. And, you know, so I just like to pick this one. It's a 1 minute cooldown. I know how much it's healing me for. And it's, you know, that's just the way I like to do it. So, another one that you guys are probably like, well, why is he using that rather than like a Warbringer or something like that? Juggernaut. I like Juggernaut just because I like the fast mobility. I like the 12 seconds. I could go double time, but it's just more of a personal preference for me. You guys, you know, just pick your personal preference there. Shockwave over Stormbolt. Why? Why? Right? I like Shockwave. Stormbolt is a 30-second cooldown. Shockwave is a 40. But I just like the fact that if I'm in an AOE situation, I have Shockwave available for me. I love the mass spell of Reflect. That's just something I really like. I guess if I'm tanking and having fun in instances, Blade Storm would be epic, right? Um, Blade Bath is good too, or Bloodbath, Blade Bath. Bloodbath is good too, but Avatar, I just really like Avatar. So let's go ahead and talk about some glyphs here. I haven't set any of the glyphs, and I wanted to take them all out because there's so much to talk about. I feel there's a lot of cool things, and some people might disagree, but like Heroic Strike giving the target the reducing the movement speed by 50%. We know this, but there's some glyphs like I don't have a lot of glyphs on my warrior right now, but the cleave ability where Heroic Strike now hits 2 targets, so that's pretty epic. Combined with that, because now you're slowing 2 targets at once, and you're able to hit them both with your Heroic Strike. I really like that. Long range, cool. I can charge further. I always like to charge further. Reduces the cooldown of your Heroic Leap by 15 seconds. I really like that because, I like to jump around. So, the glyphs, right now, I guess what I'm trying to say is there's a lot of different choices, and we're not level 100 yet. Everybody's looking for guides out there, but pick what you're having fun with. Until you're in that raid, until you're in that group that says, hey, you need to switch something, you're having problem with your mobility, you're getting hit too hard, you're doing this, then you can figure out what I need to start switching. But right now, have fun. Warlords of Draenei is released in 11 days from this video is made, and everything that you guys need to know I kind of put out there. So that's, have some fun. Go tank. Get some XP, level at 100, and then, maybe by then I'll have a level 100 guide, and we'll get into it then. So, hopefully this helped you guys out. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys like the video. Until then, I'll talk to you guys later.